When I grind top tier tanks, I also find it a bit difficult to optimize my grinds based on lineups that each nation has. When a new top tier tank drops, I do most of my grinding with top tier tanks as well, primarily for the efficient progress boost. But when grinding rank 6 vehicles and below, I have to force rank 7s to grind down, which may not be different in terms of rewards, but the games are certainly different. Today I'm going to talk about what I think is the best BR for grinding a vast amount of tanks is. That battle rating? 8.7. The first reason that 8.7 is what I think is the best grinding BR is simple. All 8.7 tanks are definitely rank 6. The lowest BR a rank 7 can go is 9.0 with a Type 16 MCV in the Japanese tech tree, and the highest BR a rank 5 vehicle can go is 8.3 with the IS-7. This means that if you have a full 8.7 tank lineup, you are most definitely using all rank 6 vehicles. Why is this important? Well, rank 6 can research rank 5 up to rank 7 vehicles. Rank 7 can only research rank 6. Rank 5 can only research rank 4 to rank 6. Of course, this changes when you have a premium vehicle that can research all the ranks below it. But for researching the above BRs, since rank 7 is the highest, this makes rank 6 the most efficient rank in terms of grinding rank 7 and the least, and I quote, imbalanced BR. If you look at the heat map for Grand RB, and again, disclaimer, this is not the most accurate data representation of Grand RB games across the board, as it only collects data from Thunder skill rather than a direct input from War Thunder servers. War Thunder could release an API that allowed them to collect data stored by War Thunder servers such as win rate, kills, deaths, average mission score, rewards, and all that from every War Thunder game. That would essentially be very cool, and it would be actually an interesting study. But as of now, we can only have this heat map. Anyway, what we can see from this heat map is that all games involve the 8.7 battle rating. Almost all nations that hang around that battle rating has a 50 to 60% win rate. Except for France that has absolutely zero 8.7 vehicles, be it a helicopter, jet, or tank. The only reason Sweden registers a win rate at 8.7 is thanks to the J29D that it seems like players are bringing into RB matches. At 8.7, there's no drastically low win rates below 40% or drastically high ones above 60% like in battle rating 7.3 where Italy scores 36%, or 4.7 where China scores a 91% win rate. Again, this doesn't show the whole picture, and this is only for the past 3 days. And there's a myriad of reasons, but comparing with snapshots from the other iterations of this heat map, 8.7 has basically held steady for a long time. And why is that? We go into the second reason why 8.7 is the best. 8.7 is technologically balanced. 8.7 is a bit of everything that top tier has, such as thermal sights, stabilizers, APFSDS rounds, laser rangefinders, some even have laser warning receivers, and hard kill systems. However, they're not wildly outclassed by their aerial counterparts. Helicopters exist, yes, but most of them only have 4 kilometers range of an ATGM and no proximity fusing. And as of this update, I think it's pretty difficult to guide semi-automatic command-to-line of sight missiles because of the new missile physics. Close air support is also possible, but they mostly use unguided munitions without CCRP and CCIP. The only ones with guided munitions are the G91s, the Scimitar, and the A4 Skyhawk. If up-tiered slightly, the 8.7 vehicles start receiving cover from ground-launched infrared SAMs that really negate not only helicopters but other fixed-wing aircraft as well. Speaking of up-tiers, 8.7 can survive up-tiers because of reason number 3. The difference in capability between 9.7 and 8.7 is grossly different from 8.7 and 7.7. Let's take the Centauro 105 at 8.7 compared to a 9.7 MBT like the T-72B or autocannon vehicles like the BMP-2M. The Centaur does lack ATGMs, sure, but like the BMP-2M, it has thermals, and unlike the BMP-2M, it's grossly faster, has a better first shot capability, and well, that's it. It's got a 105 mil cannon compared to 30 mils in the BMP-2M. The Bastion sure can kill, but the Centaur will always get the shot off first in the head-on. When grinding the Fresha, the Centaur 1 is my most favorite vehicle simply because of its raw speed and firepower. When up tiered to 9.7, they work quite alright, but when down tiered to 7.7, they absolutely dominate. Facing vehicles like a T-54, Object 120s, Martyrs, and all that, they absolutely stand no chance. The most difficulty I've had is with the mouse, but even I can pen its lower front plate and its turret cheeks with the DM23, which turns it basically useless. Compared to up tiers at 9.0 or 9.3, where something like an XM1 will face absolute beasts like the Leopard 2A4, T-80B, and helicopters like the Mi-28A. At a bad up tier at 9.0, something like a T-64A 1971 can also be victim to something like an A6E tram or Q5L. Yeah, sure, USSR has the Su-25 as well that makes annoying games at 10.0 and above, or up tiers from 9.7 as well. But if you're queuing 9.0 as USSR, you certainly won't be having Su-25s. 8.7 has also gotten way better now that drones have been moved from 9.7 matches to 10.7 matches. What I mean is that only up-tiered 9.7s now can ever meet drones. That's a good change, considering nearly none of the 8.7 SPAs could conceivably take out a drone before it secures 2 kills. There are no more night matches as well, so if you're an 8.7 without thermals, guess what? You're still playable. These changes have made it really easy to grind out the Fresha with my 8.7 lineup, and it also allowed me to grind the new vehicles they added for Japan in the past updates, using the Type 16 prototype and the Type 74s. Great lineups. Israel also has a stellar 8.7 lineup, with the Shot Caldalet getting thermals is backed by the Magak 6M and the Magak 6C with aircraft support from the Lahatut and the A4E Premium, or the non-premium variant. As I've mentioned just now, most nations really have a good 8.7 lineup. Germany has the TAM, A1A1, and the premium TAM, along with the G91 and the premium G91. USSR also has a really good 8.7 lineup with the T55 AMD, T62 M1, Object 685, BMP3, Mi-24D or Mi-24A, along with aircraft like the MiG-15 and MiG-15 BIS. The only ones that like a true 8.7 lineup has to be the US, which only has the M60A1 Rice and the Merkava Mark I from the events long ago. But I avoid that as there are really a few people that have that and even less that still play it. Even I don't have the Merkava Mark I. Sweden also lacks an 8.7 ground vehicle, but they make up for it with a good 8.3 lineup. And even with this update, a good 9.0 lineup. I mean, the VAC 40, the CV90 30 Fin, the Leopard 1A5 No, shaping up to be a good 9.0 lineup. But 8.3 is still better. STRV, IKV 105, STRV 104. The first one I meant was the STRV 103C with a dart. France absolutely has no 8.7 lineup, but you take the AMX-10 RC, the Acra, the B2, the Brenu, and the Austrian SK105. You got a really good 8.3 lineup for France. Or you don't even need to have the SK105. You can just put the AMX-30 DCA, the anti-air. Also good. China's pretty much got the best 8.7 lineup this update with the 88B, 59A, 88A, PTZ89, and the AFT09. And if you're not a LARPer, unlike me, that doesn't mix Taiwan and Chinese tanks, The M60A3 TTS can be put in that lineup and it rounds it off quite nicely. Now, I don't know if rank 8 tanks will ever drop because I don't actually know what rank 8's meta actually is, or whether it's coming. I'll explain how the rank system works in a different video, but all I'm going to say is that it's not by the time it entered service. That's why you will see vehicles like the ZSD63 at rank 2 or the PT7657 at rank 4. If rank 8 tanks won't ever be announced, then the 8387 Matchmaker will be the best to play vehicles in to grind for quite a long time way into the future. But if rank 8 vehicles drop, I will have to look for a new battle rating that incorporates rank 7 vehicles in the mix. Currently 10-7 is a pretty safe bet, but only Israel, China, and USSR have a 10-7 lineup. The rest probably all go straight to 11-3 and 11-7. And at that, Israel's 10-7s are also ranked 6. The Merkava 3B and the Merkava Mark 3C. So they won't do you any good to grind rank 8 with them. But since rank 8 is neither confirmed nor planned, or not even rumors are circulating, we can put that issue for a different time. And that's all I have for you today. This is the Dr. MD. Godspeed.